Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Protomario, and I wanted to do a quick recap and summary on why people are so upset with Metroid Federation Force. Now, quite some time ago, Nintendo revealed that they were making a new Metroid, and everyone lost their minds until they actually saw it, and then they actually lost their minds with hate. That is one of the most disliked videos there are from Nintendo, and there's good reason for it, because at the time, it really only showed off the aspects that would make this Metroid Soccer. And not even like fun Metroid Soccer, just Metroid Soccer without Samus or any Metroids. Can you imagine Metroid Soccer where you just team Samuses and you have to dodge the enemy Metroids and score goals? That actually might work as a side game. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to discuss this, and the first few things I want to emphasize is that these are pictures taken directly from Nintendo themselves, and this game looks worse than a game from 15 years ago. 2001, I believe, was when Metroid Prime was released, and this game pales in comparison to it. 15 years later, and they still haven't been able to make games look better than that? You're joking me, right? Now you might say, Proto, this is on the 3DS's software. This is 3DS hardware and software working together, so what did you expect? I expected better. I expected the game to look decent if it's going to carry the tagline Metroid. Because they've always looked decent, they've always been beautiful, a sight to see, fun games that are critically acclaimed. From the Metroid Prime to the Super Metroid that makes it on the top 10 list of almost every person's Super Nintendo library. So, let's get into it. I'm going to address a few things about this and, try to explain why I'm so upset and why so many other people are upset. I've seen countless videos and articles about the subject matter, so let's jump into it. Graphically speaking, this looks like shit. This right here, this is supposed to be his blaster. Why not just make it all black? Why did you add all that junk right there? Also, you can see the jaggies everywhere. That's a problem with smoothing. It looks terrible. All these jaggies make it look like I'm watching a 360 video on a YouTube video, a 144 or something like that. You know, the resolution type. Okay, so this looks 10 times better. And I don't understand why they tried to show this off and make this appear like what it's going to look like in the game when it just ends up looking like this. How does this go to this? You see the differences? You see the issues I'm having here? It doesn't look good at all. Taking a closer look, this is a better looking picture, but you can still see the jaggies right here, and it looks like shit. I'll bring it in closer so you can see the jaggies a little closer. You can see them. It's jagged. It looks bad. It looks really bad. This one looks even better, but there's still jaggies everywhere. Same with this one. Same with this one. So, I wanted to talk about what this game is actually going to be about now, though, and why it just shouldn't be called Metroid. Again, I don't control what people name stuff, but you take Metroid out of this name, and you get Federation Force, and it's just a sci-fi shooter. And again, I feel like they're just attaching the Metroid tagline because it's going to sell more copies than a new IP. I mean, Nintendo, you had Splatoon. Splatoon did well. You don't have to do this. So, what makes this game Metroid? Well, the main reason I'm upset is that there are no Metroids shown yet. Are these space pirates? Are these supposed to be space pirates right here? If so, they don't remind me of any space pirates I've seen before. Maybe? They don't look particularly good. Like, look at their arm cannons. They're huge. That's not what space pirates look like. And that's not cool, man. It doesn't look like Metroid. But the game is supposed to be like a Left 4 Dead co-op here with a class system. So each unit will help out. One will be attacking, one will be a specialist, one will be a medic, and the other one will maybe do ammo, maybe repair or something. I don't know. Maybe they'll lay down a turret or something. Maybe they'll throw out missiles. But that's what it's supposed to be. And you can see from these pictures that it's going to be online co-op and allow you to play with other people against one enemy. Very similar to Destiny, very similar to Left 4 Dead. But again, I challenge you, take off the Metroid name, and will this be anything different than a sci-fi version of that? I mean, it has all the elements to just be that. Most of the characters look the same, if not slightly different, so similar, not the same, but they just don't look that good. And with the lack of a 3DS dual analog naturally, for anyone buying this game, you'll probably need to get the new 3DS with the extra analog stick. Because if it's going to be a first-person shooter, you don't want to be limited when hectic stuff is popping off and you need to be doing stuff very quickly. In a single-player mode, that's not that big of an issue because they can tailor towards that. But in a multiplayer game, they can't really tailor towards the hecticness because it's 4 against 1, and it'll go a lot easier and quicker if you tone down the hecticness of each level. So that's Federation Force, and that's the issues that I have with it. Not only does it not have Samus in it, but it also doesn't have any signs of Metroids that I was able to see. Maybe I miss them. I'm open to that idea. I'm understanding, okay, maybe I miss the Metroids. Maybe these guys are here to fight Metroids. But I've got a better idea. What if instead of this 4-player co-op taking missions and just going and eradicating enemies here and there, what if they did Metroid Prime 2 from the viewpoint of the Federation soldiers there? And the Federation soldiers had to assist Samus, and Samus had to assist the Federation soldiers. And you both had separate missions to do, and each mission was part of the giant overworld that Samus was in Metroid Prime 2, and she could only access certain areas, and you could only access certain areas. That sounds a hell of a lot more fun than this, honestly. And you could add co-op to that also, for whatever reason. But that would introduce Samus, that would introduce the aspects of Metroids, and that would keep it canon because the Federation was in Metroid Prime 2. But why are people so angry? Because imagine making a Zelda game without a Link or a Zelda. Imagine making a Mario game without a Mario or a Luigi. So when they made Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, they called it Super Mario's Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, right? No, they didn't, because that's redundant. Right? I mean, think about it. Why would you put Mario on there? It's the same with this. Why would you put Metroid on here? Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker takes place in the Mario universe, and they didn't need the Mario name on it. It's the same with other Zelda games, where there is a Link, maybe not a Zelda, but they still introduce the Legend of Zelda tagline, and it works out fine, but that's because it's a tried and true design. You're still Link. You are still going through dungeon style things, getting weapons, getting power-ups, and rescuing something here and there, saving the day. In this, not so much. And it's been 4 years people have been waiting for a new Metroid. A serious canon Metroid. Not these side games, not pinball games. Because the last game I have got to play that is Metroid-esque is Metroid the Other M. That one was pretty terrible because of the story, because of the voices. But if I want a really good Metroid, I have to go back even further to 2007. So how would Zelda fans feel if they had to wait 4+ years? Skyward Sword came out, okay? That was a good Zelda. So how would Zelda fans feel if they had to wait from Twilight Princess to get a brand new Zelda? Not even a remake. No, don't count Wind Waker. No remakes, no side games, no entries. How do you think the Zelda community would feel? How do you think they would respond? Probably be pretty upset if they saw a spin-off like this in their Zelda game. Imagine if Nintendo Land's little Zelda game, side game that you can do, was the new Zelda game that was coming out after like 7 years of waiting. Yeah, people would honestly be pissed off because that's not what they want. And this isn't what Metroid fans want either. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that wraps it up, and I think that explains why many people are so upset with this game. Not only does it look bad, but it's like a Metroid Left 4 Dead with class system, no Metroids and no Samuses. Pretty simple, right? You get the logic, you understand. I will see you guys next time. Leave a comment down below if you are excited and hyped for this game. Leave a comment down below if you hate this game, and tell me why. And I've been your host, Protomario, and I'm signing out. As always, good gaming, and God bless. Thanks for watching my video and making it to the end. And would you please consider subscribing to my channel? By subscribing to my channel, you are not only supporting me, but also joining a community that is against stereotypes, lies, and fraud in gaming. I work my hardest to inform my subscribers of important stories that might affect them. From new games to important updates, the Mavericks are always informed. If you are tired of political correctness ruining your gaming experience, then join my rebellion, because PC isn't for me. And if it isn't for you either, consider yourself a friend of the Mavericks. Subscribe today and you'll be in good hands. Mavericks unite, and together we can keep gaming from falling prey to the people that would not only censor it, but also destroy it.